Asher, come on. Alright, good morning and welcome to Boisterous Cock Farmstead. So today is a little bit of a sad morning, kind of a sentimental morning. Yesterday I took Pumpkin to the processor, and this is the first morning that I've fed the animals and she wasn't here in almost 3.5 years. So we got her back in 2018 on Halloween. One of the reasons why her name is Pumpkin, she's an orange pig that we got on Halloween. And so Asher and I are just walking around, getting some exercise, kind of just checking out the wellness of everybody. And another update is now is the time of year that the orchard up the road that I usually go pick apples off the ground from begins to start to spray their weed inhibitor. I think they use Roundup, so I don't like to go anywhere near there when it's this time of year. And so dropping Pumpkin off at the processor was kind of a good benchmark to transition into a different feeding schedule. So I'll have to make adjustments as needed, but majority of the animals are free feeding on a large bale of Sudan grass hay out in the big pasture, and I have dropped a couple of dump cart loads of hay in the other two paddocks that I'm using right now, so that they have hay available throughout the day, and then they get some portion of grain. The boars, I only feed them some grain in the morning, and then obviously the hybrid market pigs, I'm feeding them twice a day on a much higher ration of grain. So that is the update for now. This is gonna be a relatively short video, but just kind of want to keep everybody up to date what's going on. As soon as Pumpkin comes back from the butcher, I'll make a video showing the cuts that she produced, and she ought to be pretty good sized muscle groups and everything. She was a big pig, so it's going to be a little bit different than what we've normally brought back from the butcher, but it'll be good education for me, and I'll share that with you guys.
Oh. Thank you.
So I did something a little different this time when I loaded Pumpkin up in the trailer. Usually I have my trailer parked here against this old outbuilding, and excuse me, and there's a gate here that I use that goes into the holding pen, and that's usually where I finish off my American guinea hogs. And so it just makes it easy. I could block this off, chain it up. They could stay in here. We've got a little shelter in here. There's water in here. I just feed them in here. And then the trailer just backs right up to it. And at night, I'll load them up in the trailer, and I usually have to use a ramp for the American guinea hogs because they have such short legs. But because Pumpkin was so tall, and she potentially could bust out of that pen and up and over those panels. It may not have been a high likelihood, but I didn't want to have to try to catch a 450-pound hog or anything. Asher, come on. So, what I did differently this time. Come on, Bubba. Come here. Okay, you gotta drop your stuff. Hey, you gotta drop your stuff. That too. Okay, we'll come get it later. We don't want that stuff out in the pasture with the pigs. Anyway, what I did differently this time is I actually drove my truck and trailer in this pasture here that I had Pumpkin in, and I parked it alongside here Sunday afternoon, and I just left the back door open so that they could she was in here with the piglets from this fall, so that they could go in there, they can investigate it and whatever, get used to it. And she got up in there one time that I knew of while I was out here doing evening chores, and then when it got dark, I came out and thought I was gonna have to wrestle with her and loading her up, and she was already in the trailer licking up all the old hay and stuff that was left over in there. So all I had to do was just go close the door on her and pull the truck around front so that we were ready to go in the morning. So by far the easiest load I've ever done with a pig, and pretty fitting for my sweetest pig that I've ever had, or at least one of the best temperament pigs I've ever had. So I'm hopeful that her babies will be good for us down the line, and that's about it, I guess. This one right here is what I'm calling kind of Pumpkin Junior. She's got all the same markings, same body build, and it was one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and get rid of Pumpkin. Is we've got a pretty close alternative to her, and shouldn't be as tall, easier to breed, and hopefully give us good crosses down the line. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Please comment down in the comment section, and if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel, and make sure you have the bell notification clicked so that you're notified when new videos are released. As always, thanks for joining us, and God bless.